embellishing this, but it's cold. It's really important to bundle up if you're going to stay in one place in the cold. I don't know if you're going hunting, but basically, layers are a key. One thing my dad says is, sorry, the dove, something spooked the dove. But anyways, something my dad says is 2 is 1, 1 is none. So you want to get extra. Now, I'm kind of new to this layering thing because this is really the first time I've been hunting by myself. So, Dad and I were really working on bundling up and being warm. I've started a fire over there. It hasn't really started warming the room up yet, but it'll add a little more warmth to the air. Every now and then I go over and check it, make sure it's still going. But, so, this is what I look like squirrel hunting. When I get home, I may show you all the different layers I have on. And I also have gloves, but I'm not wearing them because of the camera. It's really hard to operate a camera with gloves. So, I'll see you a little bit. Right now, I am going to be telling you all of the different layers that I wore while out on the hunt. I'm pretty much going to tell you their purpose. So, first off is footwear. So, as you can tell, I wore 3 different socks. And the bottom one is to pull the moisture away from your feet and keep them from getting wet and icky and cold. That's the main purpose of this whole thing, is to keep you from being cold. And under them, or on top of them, have wool socks. They don't have to be specifically made for hunting. Pretty much you can wear any wool socks that keep your feet warm for in the winter and outdoor activities. And on top of those, I just put a larger pair of socks. These so happen to belong to my dad. And with them in my boots, I put some toe warmers just to kind of give it a little extra warmth. And the boots themselves. These boots happen to be winter boots. You don't want a boot that you can't put multiple layers of socks in. These happen to be a little bit big, but for winter time that is good because with socks you're going to use every bit of the space. Now, the other extra stuff I want to talk about is here's one of the gloves that I wore. Just kind of wool. Wool's very warm. These don't have any fingers, as you notice. That was just a personal choice. If it was any colder or in a different situation, like I was in an enclosed area, I was in a cabin, it's basically the same thing as being in an enclosed stand. But if I was in, say, a tree stand, I would have probably worn mittens. Well, these are just simple things. They also make me look like a hobo. It's just the kind of joke I kind of made. I'm a hobo. And then toboggan, just kind of toboggan. So it just kind of keeps your ears from getting numb. When fingers and extremities start getting numb, they kind of hurt. So now to your body. So these are some compact fit, just like an extra layer of skin that doesn't feel, is how someone described it to me. And this is the top, obviously, and here's the bottom. So this is actually my mom's. I kind of borrowed it. She let me borrow it to keep me warm. And on top of this, on the legs, you want something in between your pants and it. So this is just like thermal underwear. This is my dad's. I borrowed a whole bunch of this stuff because I kind of outgrew my old stuff. But this is my dad's. And on top of your compact fit for your upper body, just a thin camo shirt. It doesn't have to be camo, but this is mine, and it's an excuse to wear camo. Who doesn't like wearing camo? It's just kind of a way of life. On top of that thin shirt, you want some kind of sweater. And this is my mom's, but it's very cozy and warm, and it's camo, so it kind of helps hide you. Squirrels. One thing that I keep in mind when hunting squirrels, just a side note, squirrels can see red and green, so you try your hardest not to have any red or green in your attire, because they can see that really easily, and it's easier for them to tell if red or green is moving. But there's that sweater. On top of the sweater, I have this. It's a denim kind of material. It's very kind of cozy over this. It's just like an extra layer. One thing you want when you have layers is you want dead space. You want space in between the layers that is just air. It's dead air, it stays still, and it has no cold. It can't really get cold because the atoms aren't moving. On the bottom layer, after you put on that compact fit and thermal underwear, you want some pants. These are the pants I wore. They are flannel lined, so that's basically 2 layers in one. So it's very cozy and warm. These are some of my favorite pants to wear. They're just so warm. And on all of that, it's just like a whole pile in front of me right at this moment. But on all of that, I wore this. It is my mom's coveralls. Now this is your top layer, so it's gotta be camo. That way nothing can see you. And it has lining. This lining is like polyester, I'd guess. Probably says on the tag. Actually, it's a very plain tag, but there is that. And on top of that, my final thing is this coat. Now, this is my dad's coat. It fits me very well. It's very warm. has pockets. So if my hands got over cold, I stuck them in my pockets, just kind of huddled down into all those layers like a big old marshmallow. Just like, yay. But this dad told me he actually got it in a set with a jacket that's bigger than this that goes on top that you can zip together like it's one. It also has the sleeves also zip off, so it's like a vest. I'm not gonna do that now because that would be a bit much. But yeah, so those are all the layers I wore. I am now going to count how many layers I had on and see if I was correct while I was in the stand. 3 on bottom. 5 on top. And then 1 the entire body. So if you count them separate, that would be 4 on bottom, 6 on top, and then 3 on the feet. So I guess that concludes the video, and thank you for watching the Ladybug Journal. I'm Ladybug as always, and see you next time.